Hello, hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I am here with Angela as well as Alexis. I'll let them introduce themselves and then I'll introduce myself. Angela, you want to go first?
Sure. Hi, guys. This is Angela from AJ Mobile Notary. Gwinnett Apostille. It's been a minute, but I'm still in here. I'm still in the game.
Alexis.
Hey everybody, it's Alexis with Mobile Notary Services by Alexis. How are you all doing this evening?
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to let Angela and Alexis tell you a story because I have a client and I have to go see to it really quick. So sorry, I'll be right back. Angela, can you tell a story? Alexis, somebody, I'll be back.
Do I have a story? I have a what you call it? I have a like a little sweet story. It's not anything kind of notary related, but I love this lipstick I got on. The guys may not appreciate this, but maybe the girls will. I love this lipstick I have on, you guys. One of my clients gave me this lipstick today. She has a lipstick line or a makeup line or a beauty line. And she said that she was so grateful that she gave me some lipstick. And I thought it was interesting that she gave me a color that I love. And it came in this little cute little container right here, if you guys can see it. And I love this color. I love red lipstick. I don't know how she knew it, but I'm so excited that I got this lipstick. And she gave it to me today. So that was something that was that I really liked. That's my little sweet story. But I wanted to talk about how important it is to try to solve problems for your customer. Because I had a customer this week and he brought me a document to be signed, but his wife, girlfriend, it was kind of technical because he said wife, girlfriend, and he didn't know how to say it. I told him, I said, look, sir, I'm not interested in whether it's your wife or girlfriend. I just need to know where she is because I was willing to go to her location and take the document to have it notarized so that she could be in person. And so then he finally told me, well, it's my wife. I have my daughter. She travels a lot and she's in Ghana. And I said, there's no way I'll be able to notarize this document if she's not in my presence. And so he said he really needed the document done. So I suggested, I don't think this is practicing law, but maybe not. I hope not. But I suggested to him that he get the same document and have her notarize her signature where she was and FedEx it to him. And so I told him I didn't want to, him to pay me and do this document if the school wouldn't accept it. I suggested that he call the school to see if they would accept it. And then at that point, he was like, I'm not concerned about how much I need to pay you. I just need it done. I really appreciate the information. So he was happy that he actually called his wife while he was with me. He had me notarize his signature. And I did the recommended, I did what I needed to do to make sure that it was known that I only notarized his signature. And he ended up giving me a $20 tip and end up asking me that he may want me to manage his office, property manage his office that's like 10 minutes from me in Lilburn. And so he was really appreciative. He took my card, said he would call me. So I don't know whether he's going to call me for that. But anyway, that's the story that I have today that happened to me today. Both of those things happened to me today. So I was really excited about that.
Okay. Angela.
Is this a good stopping point?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you, Angela.
You're welcome.
Ooh, I had to run up the steps. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. So tonight's topic is, why should I not list my insurance on my website? Why? And welcome everybody who is here and that was joining us on the replay. I am catching my breath because I ran downstairs and everything. Okay, I had to let Jeffrey do the notarization. They were supposed to be here at 7. They came at 8. Okay. So anyway, I have 3 reasons why, and we'll stop in between and let Angela and Alexis talk about it with us. Okay. So a lot of people want to enlist their E&O insurance on their website. It's like a badge of honor. I have $500,000. I have $1 million, right? But let's talk about 3 reasons why you do not want to list your errors and omission insurance on your website. And quite frankly, if anybody else that's watching this video, you don't have to be a notary. Whatever industry you're in, you don't want to list your insurance on your website. Okay, let's talk about why. The first one is it could be an invitation for scammers to target you. Okay, they can use your information to file fraudulent claims or even steal your identity, because people put their E&O, then sometimes they put the number, they put the company, they already have your name. So that's more than enough information for them to actually steal your identity or file a false claim. What's your thoughts on that, Angela?
I agree. And I'm being a victim of identity theft recently. I always tell people now, put as less information, personal information, on things as possible. Now, if people are going to steal your identity, there's many ways to do it, but put as least information about you as possible. And like Kim said, that is like a red flag for people to be able to file a claim against you, steal your identity, and you don't want them to do that, because I don't know if you have this one, Kim, but as far as filing a claim, is that within? So filing a claim, they may see, oh, this person got $500,000. I'm gonna file a claim, or may give them reason to find fault with something that you did that's not even wrong to file a claim. So you want to be careful about that.
Oh, preach. Alexis, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, going over Google pages with a lot of people. For some reason, people always want to post their insurance documents, their certificate documents, things with like numbers on it that pertain specifically to them. And just like you all said, you might think it's harmless, but you never know what type of scam or fraudulent things or things that people could do with the information, the little information you're thinking it is. You never know what people can do with that. So less is best. Mm-hmm. And just like they said, they might come after you as a target because they know that, oh, she has this huge insurance policy. Let me see what type of money I can get. So you just never know. You never know. You always want to protect yourself.
Yeah. So I am in total agreement. A lot of times, again, they put it on their notaries and other people when they're advertising as a badge of honor, or to show that you're qualified and skilled to do something because you have insurance. That's the least thing you want to advertise. The last thing you want to advertise, rather. Could you imagine a doctor saying, I got $1 million policy, I do surgeries on hands? Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to him because I want him to snip wrong so I can get the policy, right? Snip a nerve or something. Let's say hey to a couple people, then we'll get to number 2. Hey, Notary down south. Welcome. Hi, Frank. Lana, Miss June is in the house. Hi, Tanya. Hey, DJ, yes. Donna, what's going on, everybody? Namir, Nedimar? Hi, Marjorie. Yada. Okay, Lana, Marcel, what's going on? Can one of you pull up Facebook? Hey, Miss Lana.
Lana says my lipstick looks good. Thank you, Miss Lana. I like it.
Oh, no. Don't tell her that, Shaw. It's going to her head.
Right.
Let's do number 2. And see, can somebody pull up Facebook? And don't forget to hit the like button, please. So let's go to number 2. The second reason is it might be a violation of your insurance policy and some companies to actually disclose publicly how much you have. And I hadn't thought about that one. It may be a clause within your policy that if you advertise that you have this large policy, they won't honor it because you've already put it on blast. Hey, call State Farm or call Geico, So what's your thought about that?
I agree. So that just brings to my mind that it's important to, well, we don't want to do it anyway by posting our E&O insurance, but you want to make sure that isn't or isn't on your policy, that not to be posting your insurance, value of your insurance in, places like Google or websites and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alexis, you got any thought about that? It might be an actual clause in the policy that you can't do that.
Yeah, I never even thought of that until you brought it up. I never even would have thought of that. And that's a good point, because if you want to continue to be insured, you got to follow the rules. Because if something was to happen, that would definitely come up. Like you weren't supposed to do that. And you didn't.
Yeah, totally. Total agreement. And last but not least, the third reason you do not want to list your insurance, and there may be many more. This is just the top 3 that I came up with. Last and like I said, not least, is listing your insurance. Angela kind of touched on it earlier, but it can create a false sense of security for your client. They may assume that your insurance will cover all scenarios if something goes wrong and hold you responsible. So they may say, well, it don't matter if my power of attorney is written correctly or not, because Angela got $1 million. I'm going to just sue her.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Or it doesn't matter if I wrote this document correctly or not. Angela and Kimmi and Alexis have more than enough coverage to cover my $10,000 document that I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So they may have a false sense of security there. It don't matter what happened, that they're covered. And that's not true. If they filled out that document incorrectly, if they did not have, somebody asked earlier today in our Facebook group, what if I don't have witnesses? Is the document still valid? If the document asks for witnesses, it means it needs witnesses. You can't just say, oh, well, sorry, they couldn't find any, and you do your part and the document is valid. No. If it asks for witnesses, that's what it wants. Okay, so what's your thoughts on that? Creating a false sense of security for the client, Angela?
I agree with that because, like you said, the client may think that it covers anything when really it doesn't. It doesn't even cover their document at all. So you don't want to even. I wouldn't even talk about it. But when you talked about earlier, a clause in the policy. So insurance policies in general, and I know this from my husband doing insurance all his life. Insurance policies in general do have clauses pertaining to different things that you can and cannot do, or the policy won't be paid.
That's true. Alexis, what's your thoughts on that? Creating a false sense of security for the client.
I mean, that goes back to the beginning of just don't share the information as far as like how much your policy is and so forth. Because if something was to happen, I mean, and they're thinking in their head that they're covered because of your policy, it's all going to fall back on you, and it could fall back on depending on how you have your business set up, it could fall back on you personally. And the things that you worked hard for, you just never know. So best practice would just I wouldn't even share that information.
Yeah. Angela said something else, and I was like, dang, that's a good point. Do you remember what you just said, Angela? One of your points that you brought out, I really wanted to talk about that.
Insurance clauses?
Not the clause. It was something else. It may come back to me, but you said something, and I was like, that's an excellent point. I wanted to piggyback on it, but I can't think of it. So now we're going to recap it. Go ahead and start putting your questions in the chat, guys, so we can answer some questions that you may have about your business. But let me first recap the 3 reasons why you do not want to list your insurance, because it can be an invitation for people to scam you. Number 2, it could be a violation of the actual policy, of the actual policy that you cannot disclose that information. And number 3, it can create a false sense of security for your client, that everything, no matter what they do with that document, they're covered. And that is not the case. It was something Angela said about that document. Oh, I know. When Angela said, whatever she said about the document, that it doesn't cover the document at all, the errors and omission insurance covers you as the notary and the client in the event that you notarized it incorrectly. It doesn't cover the client. So I think we should just go back really quick. What is errors and omission insurance for those of you who are new? It covers I didn't think about starting with this. It covers the notary, not the client. If you make a mistake stamping the document, then the client is covered. But if they forgot to put something in that document, they put the wrong beneficiary or whatever, that is not your problem. You have nothing to do with what's in their document. Now, there is a bond. If your state requires one, you have to check your state. So don't email me and say, do I require a bond? Check your state. A few do. And if you have a bond, then that's when the client can go after your notary bond and sue you if you made a mistake on something. But again, it's only covering mistakes. It's not covering the information inside their document. There's nothing to cover them if they made a mistake on their document. Anything else you ladies want to add to that? And then we'll answer a few questions.
I want to go back to scamming. There are so many scams going on. We don't know people. A person may see that and come to you for a notary just so that they can do a scam, whether it be file a claim against your insurance company, make up something. So we still have to be careful in all aspects of life. But insurance scams or insurance fraud is very prevalent. People they think they're not going to get caught. There's so many people that commit insurance fraud. So your E&O insurance, somebody scamming or committing fraud is the same thing as any other insurance policy.
Anything else you want to add, Alexis, before we answer a few questions?
Nope.
All righty. So do you all think, really quick, based on our conversation, one, put a yes if you think it's okay to list it, you still think it's okay, or two for no? I just want to see what the poll is. One, yes, okay. Two, no way, no how. Let's see really quick, and then we're gonna start answering your questions. What do we have? What's the verdict? One, is it a one or two? No way. Miss June said, not today. What else we got? Anybody else want to comment? Mostly twos. Okay, Frank, why are you gonna be difficult? No, I'm just kidding.
So Frank, why do you think you're gonna put it on there?
Frank, why do you think you should list your insurance? Why? Tell me why, if you don't mind, in the chat. Why? What's up, little baby boy? Why
this is water. This is water, everybody. It's in a red cup, but it's water.
Oh, Angela got that famous red cup.
Water.
That's her story, and she's sticking to it. She over 18, so, or 21 in Georgia.
I was about to say 21.
All right, very good. Yeah, 21 is a legal drinking age. Don't be saying Miss Kimmi said I could drink at 18. So anyway, okay. Frank, go ahead, Angela.
No, I was just gonna make a joke. Unless you're on the military base, it's 18.
Oh, see, Angela be dropping gems. Okay. So Frank, while we wait for your answer, we're gonna take a few questions. Was anybody able to get on Facebook?
Well, I didn't, because you know why I didn't get on Facebook.
But that's okay. That's okay. I'm just going to hop into the questions. Welcome, Facebook. Unfortunately, we can't see you, but I want to just reiterate too, guys, if you have not joined our Facebook group, please do. We are over 5,000 strong over there. We are celebrating. We are getting ready to plan a celebration. It will only be on Facebook. Y'all know every time I get on here, I had some lime chips.
I was about to say what you have. I was about to say, what did you eat?
Some lime chips from Chipotle. I've been sleep every time I eat them chips. I go to sleep too. I don't know if they got some MSG in them or something in them chips. I promise you, I took 4 naps since I keep dipping in that bag. Okay, guys. So as I was stating, join the Facebook group. We are over 5,000 strong over there. It's an amazing group. We are getting ready to celebrate. It will only be on Facebook. So you have to catch us over there. We have not released the date yet, so you definitely want to join so you can know what's going on. We will be, we're so excited to do that celebration on Facebook. And that's all shouts out to Alexis for the idea. We never thought it would grow the way it has. Never in a million years. Never, ever. So it's been such a blessing for us to be able to help people over there a little bit more intimately, for them to help each other. We have an amazing group.
Yeah.
So join. Yeah, they do. There's no way that Angela, Alexis, and I can talk to 5,000 people. There's no way. Mm-hmm. But you guys got each other's back, and we want to celebrate that. Again, it's coming soon. So join us over there. Sign up now so you can be part of the party.
And we got prizes. We got prizes.
We got prizes. It's gonna be amazing. Okay. And then once we hit 15,000 over here on YouTube, we're going to come back and party over here again. We did it at 10. We're going to do it again at 15,000. So we got some amazing things going on, guys. We cannot wait to share. What comments do we have tonight? Let's see. Do you guys want me to do the chat, or you want to do it, Angela or Alexis? Can either of you do the Facebook? I mean, YouTube?
I have Facebook up.
Okay, so if Alexis will do Facebook, can you see YouTube, Angela?
Yeah.
So you want to do the comments on YouTube, please? And then Alexis can do Facebook?
Okay. Our first comment is from Lena. Says, is there ever a time where we have to disclose this information? So I would say yes, if you get a direct company and they ask you how much insurance you have, or they probably tell you to send your insurance information, your background check. I've had that done with the directs I have. They want to send your information to see what type of insurance you have and does it meet their credentials.
Yes, that's true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've never had anybody ask me how much I have, though. I have not. It's on my NNA background.
Yeah, they've only asked me to send the information.
They have asked you to send your information, Angela?
I have too.
Yeah, I've never even had that. Mm-hmm.
I think they asked me because they may have found me on Google.
Yes.
I'm sure that's what it was. They found me on Google.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
have you ever been
Tonya,
asked, Alexis? Let me ask Alexis. Have she ever been asked?
By direct, yes,
Yes.
like yeah, but not like the general public, so to speak. No.
Okay. Okay. All right, Angela, we ready.
So Tonya says, I only have E&O insurance listed on my website. Would that cause issues and bring in scammers? I have many title companies asking me if I have it, and I say yes, then hand them my business cards. Now that goes back to the other question we had. I think that, title companies, if you're working for a title company, they may ask you for your insurance, and of course, you're going to let them know. But like we said earlier about putting your E&O insurance on public, like Google and websites, that does leave room for scammers or people to scam to say, oh, she did something wrong and I'm going to sue an insurance company. They have the information there, or they know you got. I think, and you guys tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I think in general, people who get documents notarized, they don't think about us being insured. I don't think they think about us being insured. But if they see it, then that could lead to other things. If the person, not saying everybody is scammers, but if the person is that type of person. What do you guys think?
Right. I agree. And again, don't get nothing started. Don't open up a can of worms that ain't even necessary.
Right.
If they need it, we got it. But if not, it's like car insurance. You don't walk around and put, well, some people do. I guess they put State Farm or Geico on their car. I would never do that. I learned that when I was younger. My dad would have a fit if I advertised something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like saying, get me, get me, get me. Or, walking in New York and you got a pocket full of money or something like that. It's like, rob me, rob me, rob me,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's a Facebook question, Lexus, at 8:14.
That's Katrina Henry. My question, does anyone know what a title agent does? Is that where we're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does anyone know what a title agent does?
The title agent prepares the documents. They making sure a title search and make sure no one owns the property. Sometimes it depends too. So when you talk about direct and all that, sometimes the title company, they do the title searches. They actually, if it's like no mortgage involved, they may actually write up the documents for the person to sell the house or whatever, or buy a house, like just the individuals between myself and Angela, or myself and Alexis, we buying a property, but no mortgages involved. So they have different roles that they do. Angela, you want to add to it, or Alexis?
No, that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Lena said, thanks for clarifying about the E&O insurance.
Very good.
And Frank says he only lists that he has it, not the amount.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool, Frank. That's cool.
I would do either myself personally.
I don't either. Well, I do list it on I think it's on my NNA profile.
But that's because you have to put it there.
Well, that's NNA profile.
Right.
I think I actually wrote it like under my qualifications on there now that I think about it. But I know I don't have it on my Google page.
But NNA also has it on your profile.
Yeah, they do. It's already there.
Yeah.
So.
And if you have SnapDocs, it's on your profile.
I am pretty sure it is not on anything else that I have.
Yeah. And so Marcel says, what do you think of saying you're insured but not the amount?
I don't think it's necessary. Just like you drive a car insurance, it's presumed that you have car insurance because you're driving a car. I mean, but to that point, so like in Georgia, in most states, quite honestly, it's not even required that you have insurance. It's not only E&O insurance is not required unless you are a notary signing agent.
Gotcha.
It's not required. It's not required. Let me repeat. Errors and omission is not a requirement to be a notary, but it is required if you want to conduct loan signings. Okay, so to Marcel's point, I was getting ready to say, well, it would be presumed that you would have insurance because you're a notary. That's not true. So I still wouldn't advertise it. I would not. But as just as a professional, I'm going to tell you that you should not stamp a paper without having at least a minimum insurance. I would not drive a car without car insurance. I would not stamp a paper without having insurance. Okay, I hope I was clear. I want to say that one more time for clarification. It is not a requirement to have errors and omission insurance to be a notary. It's not a requirement. No states really require. It's a few that require a bond, but hardly any of them require errors and omission insurance. It's up to you to buy that.
But check your state.
But check your state, yes. But in order to do notary signing work, you must have it. It's not non-negotiable.
And so really, we're saying all of this about E&O insurance, and this is, our opinion about having it on your website and some things that we're just relaying some things that could happen or might happen. But when it comes down to it, you have to make that business decision as to if you want to put it on your website or your Google page or whatever. We're just giving you some things to be cautious about.
And how we run our business, which is normally how we do anything over here. We don't tell you to do something that we don't do, and we don't advise you to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you still have to make your own decision, but it's just that we want to give you something to think about. Okay.
And so Marcel says she's been asked by companies to send her credentials too.
Okay.
So Unique T Notary Biz says, I have pretty much given up. I had not much success at all in 2 years. However, everything is still up to date. So are you giving up on the notary business or giving up on parts, loan signing or general notary work? What are you giving up on?
So why are you giving up? Is it lack of training?
Well, she said she has not had much success at all. And that's a good question. Have you had any training?
And do you know how to start a business? It's a lot of things that go in there why a lot of people are not being successful right now, quite honestly.
And how you're marketing your business. So Lena says, so what if I'm not insured enough for a direct company? They'll let you know. And if they're not, you can just relate to them that you'll get the recommended or required insurance in order to be a, contract notary with them.
Yeah, they'll let you know.
June says, no, they don't. I don't remember what that's about.
Okay.
So Tanya said, I just had a scammer send me a fake check via mail for a wedding. The scammer emailed me and said they found me on Google. I just checked and my E&O was on my Google business page.
Oh, okay. I would definitely take it off. For sure. Take it off. Again, that's why we said don't add room. Don't give them more information than they need. They just don't need it. You give them what they need. If somebody need more, they will definitely let you know. Okay.
So Monique has a great advice. Says, please don't give up. Find ways to diversify. And we talk about that all the time. Add services to your business. Don't just be a notary. There are so many things that you can do. Kim, you Alexis want to talk about that?
Alexis, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So there are so many things you can do as a notary. So we always talk about how if one thing isn't moving and shaking how you want it to, guess what? We have 10 other things that contribute to our overall business. So look into other areas. Well, first, let me say this. Look into marketing. What's going on? Why is it not going the way you want it to go? Let's start there. And then if maybe, let's say your area or the state you're in, maybe it's a little restricting as far as general notary work, then maybe you can look into other areas that might be profitable for you, like apostille work, I-9, fingerprinting, the list goes on, permit running, wedding officiant, all the different things that notaries do. Now, some of those things us three do not do, but you might be great at that and you might choose to do that for your business. So definitely look into, other avenues that you can take to still be profitable. Just don't give up, because you can still make it happen. You definitely can.
Go ahead, Kim.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say another thing that I do, if appropriate and when appropriate, with my customers, I'm going to always ask them, what do you do? I always ask my customers, what do they do? I talk about their business. Do you ever have a need for a notary for your business? Today, I asked the guy, what do you do here? You got 2 phones. I said, what do you do? Apparently one is a business phone and, work phone and this and that. And he said, it's kind of getting to be annoying. So we talked about the phones a little bit, and I told him I made the decision not to have 2 phones. And so he told me he did IT and he thought about being a notary. I said, why would you need to be a notary? And he was like, well, I have people come in all the time that I hire and they need their I-9s verified and this and that. And I'm like, well, you don't have to be a notary to do that. I said, but I could be your notary for that. And he was like, really? I said, I travel. I'll come to you and come to your people. They can come to me. He said, you know what? That would be a great idea. He said, because I don't know how to rectify the problem of having people come in and then I tell them they need to go find a notary or go find somebody. And so we talked about that a little bit, and he talked about his businesses. And so when Monique says diversify, we have to find ways to fill the gaps, because I do everything. And we talked, he said, oh, you do I-9s? I said, yes. I said, I do anything and everything. I said, what else do you need? And so we had continued the conversation. So that's true. You have to diversify. Talk to people. If you're in this business, you really have to learn to talk to people and to talk to them, about their businesses. Be concerned about their business, not fake, but really be concerned about their business. Like, what do you do? And all of those type of things. And I've gotten repeat business. I've got referral business just by talking to people.
And what I'll add to that is a lot of times, Angela started to mention it, when people tell us that their businesses are not thriving, normally it's because of a lack of proper training. You may have taken training with other people and it focused on marketing or focused on Ron, and you're not even in a Ron state. We hear all kind of horror stories out there. So sometimes you might have to get back to basics, and that means having a conversation with one of us and let us get you on the right path to building your business. Unfortunately, we see a lot of that, and it's a lot of marketing courses and stuff like that. But if you don't know how to stamp a paper, you don't have that confidence level to get out and actually go marketing. So you got to get back to basics. So it'd be our pleasure to assist you. Just feel free to contact us over at Notary Educators, or and let us see if we can try to get you on the right path. Okay. Feel free to join our Facebook group too. It's completely free. You can ask questions over there. Basic generic questions. People will love to tell you about their journey. That's the other reason I love our Facebook group. They're very vocal.
Yeah.
So what else we got, Angela? I know we only got about another 5 minutes, guys. Unfortunately, we have all been so busy with these businesses. Our schedules are just so crazy nowadays. What else you got, Angela? Maybe we could talk at least another. Can we go to 8:40?
Sure. So
Okay.
Tonya said I had to call the bank, USPS, and report them. And that's good, because really that's like mail fraud and all kind of things that happen if they sent you a scamming check. She never cashed the check because it sounded sketchy. Mm-hmm. There's a Facebook user, Alexis.
That's Katrina Henry again. She says, do you think adding a title agent to a mobile notary business would be a good thing? Are you a title agent?
That's a whole separate genre. No one's going to call you and say, can you be my title agent?
You work for the company already.
Or you can start your own. I mean, I'm not saying you can't make money doing it, but I'm just saying being a mobile notary, no one's going to call you and say, can you be my title agent? You know what I mean?
Title agents, they usually, the mortgage company usually already have somebody they're affiliated with to be a title agent, or they have title agents in the office, or they already have somebody that they're affiliated, title companies that they call to do the title work.
Right. It's not like somebody going to be looking for you, to call and do that. So if you want to get it, of course, and I'm not a title agent, so I can't really even speak to that. So you'd have to really do some homework on that. I have no idea on even how to become one or what's involved. I'll be honest, I have no knowledge of that. That's out of my lane. I don't know if Angela and Alexis know anything about it.
I don't know how to become one, but I'm familiar with what they do.
Right.
Correct. Me too. Okay.
Notary down south. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I think that's kind of all we can add to that topic.
Notary down south says I've seen it on profiles on some signing agencies. I thought it was weird to be there for the public to see. I don't think that's weird, because with signing agents, only certain people can see. You have to log in, right?
What is she referring to, Angela?
I'm assuming
the E&O insurance, I think. The E&O insurance.
About somebody asking about it?
No, it's been on signing agent profiles.
Profile.
Yeah,
But
it is on there.
with signing agents, you only see it because you're logging into their system. So you have to have a login and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. On NNA profile, that's going to be kind of standard. But other than that, yeah, we don't just walk around advertising it.
Okay. Another Facebook user.
Okay, Pamela. Let me make sure it's matching up. Oh yeah. Okay. So Pamela Bargman says, "Hello, ladies. I have a question. I have a purchase package to sign. The instruction says to contact the attorney. You will need to call our office on the day of closing. My question is, the attorney on the phone during the signing?" So that's what it sounds like to me. If they're telling you to call the day of, but always double check and make sure before you do anything. Don't wait until the day of. As soon as you get it, double check and make sure that that's how everything is going to go.
I had one like that about calling the attorney the day of, and basically they just confirmed everything. And when I called them, they told me to call them back when I get to the signing, and they actually were on the phone during the whole signing. But I thought it was funny because they didn't really know what was going on. I'm the one that was saying why they need to do something, and the attorney was saying don't do this, and I'm like, well, you need to do this because of this, and they was like, okay, do what she say. But yeah.
What you say? They say do what you say.
Yeah, because they was telling couldn't understand what they were asking them, and the attorney eventually said, "Well, just do whatever the notary said." I guess he said she sound like she know what she's doing. Just do what she say. But yeah, especially I don't know, especially if you're in a non-attorney state, that may be I don't know what state you're in. That may be the case that they have to be on the phone if you're doing the closing.
Just double check though, because I've had situations where I was just thankful that I double checked before heading to the assignment. So just always double check if you're confused or if you have a question, just make sure you ask the question.
Right.
So Unique T says loan signing. I think I'm just still confused. Yes, I had training through the NNA, plus I need help with my Google page. So you guys, I'm gonna say this, and Lexus and Kim can chime in on it. So when you do training through the NNA, that training is specifically for you to become familiar, and so you can get your credentials through the NNA. Most states and the NNA suggest or recommend additional training. So the NNA training is not like for real world notary work or real world loan signing. They do have some documents and things, but that may be the disconnect is that you haven't had the training that you need to actually. And plus, you guys, as I'm talking, I'm thinking about you also want training to know what you're doing and to run a business. And so the NNA doesn't give you all of that, or don't give you but half of even what you need to do in order to be a great notary. So you need the NNA training because you have to be credentialed, but you need additional training if you're going to be running a business.
Yeah, I would. If you want to, you can reach out to me and we can set up a session, and we can go over both. Like if you already are familiar with loan signing work, then we can do like a coaching corner and maybe just go over, highlight some things that you're confused about. Like you don't have to take the full course. And during the session, maybe if you want to touch on the Google page, we can as well.
And how long have you been a notary, and are you confident when you notarize documents?
Yeah, those would be the questions I asked. And before she do Google My Business, Alexis, I know you would talk to her about her actual business because we don't want to jump from one thing to another. We need to go in order, succession.
Right.
There's a Facebook user, Alexis.
Let me make sure. Okay, it's Pamela Bargman. She says, I'm not taking loan signing work now. The pay is really low. I'm steady with my general notary work, getting calls daily. That's amazing. That's amazing. What we always say, diverse. Be diverse. Yeah. Because if something isn't going, the way you want it to go, you have other avenues that you can go down to still continue to make money.
Because everybody knows that general notary work is my number one baby. I love it. I do loan signing, but I only do it because of Kimberly. I always throw that out there. You made me do it.
And it's the best thing Best thing she ever did. Best thing she ever did. Best thing she ever
Actually,
did.
I'm glad she did because I have 3 directs that they call me all the time. So I'm glad that she did.
Best thing she ever did. Well, guys, we're going to have to go ahead and wrap this up. Unfortunately, we could not get all the questions this evening, but we did definitely want to hop on. I'm going to say goodnight on behalf of notary educators and
Wait, let me
notary.
say 2 more. I want to read 2 more.
Oh,
So
okay, go
everybody,
ahead. Go ahead.
Ron, we're not Ron. We don't do Ron. So that's something that you guys will have to go with someone who has a Ron platform. I think it's Kai81 says, I purchased a specialty journal notary work course today and it's the best. I came over to watch a video and happened to see y'all live. That's great. Known says they have a question. They're a new notary in Arizona. And if someone accidentally signs in the wrong spot, what do I do? Do I have them cross it off with the date and have them initial it? Is that okay? No, you can give us a contact. We're getting off, but sign in the wrong spot. What do I do? Do I have them cross it off with the date? And so I'm going to answer that question because I would say, and Kim, you and Alexis can chime in, it depends on the company. If you're doing loan signing, it depends on the company's requirements because some of them do not allow you to cross out. Some of them do. It depends on what type of document it is, if you can do that. But if they accidentally sign in the wrong spot, yes, I would have them cross it out and initial it and sign in the right spot. But this is one of those things where it just depends on other factors. I can't say, yes, that's what you do because it depends on the company. It depends on what kind of document it is, if that happens. So what do you guys say about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a few variables. You want to talk about it, Alexis?
Yeah. Make sure you have 2 copies printed.
That's what I do.
So you can use that other, copy, whatever the error was. So that's where that comes in. But if something happened and let's say you messed up both, I will always, for something like that, since that's kind of serious, I will always just contact, whomever gave me the assignment and just let them know, what happened and let them direct me on which way to go from there. Just because, me personally, when I send the documents back, I want it to be perfect. So I don't want anybody contacting me about this, and that, something that I thought was the correct way to do it. So I just would rather hear from their mouth, even if it takes the extra 5 minutes, what would they like me to do in this situation?
And that goes back to making sure you read the instructions thoroughly, because a lot of the companies will tell you no cross out. Someone will tell you if you do make a mistake, what to cross out, how to cross it out. So that comes from reading instructions thoroughly.
Right. And I will add this to it. That's why your number one instruction is normally to print 2 copies also. So that sounds to me like maybe, and I don't know, I won't assume if you've had loan signing agent training or not, but that is number 101. So, you may need to check and do some loan signing training prior to, continuing to accept assignments, Because
So
we want you to do it as a
Frederica,
pro. Whatever you do, we want you to do it like a pro, not just, maybe you saw YouTube, or maybe even if you took the NNA training, as Angela already said earlier, it's going to give you a basic. I took my test today actually to renew my certification, and it's not enough. It's not enough. And many people just do that background check and do that 45 question test, and think I'm going to be a signing agent, and you're not going to be a successful one. You're going to be one because they gave you the piece of paper, but you're not going to be successful.
And that's what Frederica said. So NNA is to have a certification behind your name. However, we would need proper training for our state. And that's exactly right. So thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. We hope you guys, enjoyed the live. You got something that you can go back and use for your business. And so thanks a lot. That's about it. This is Angela from AJ Mobile Notary. See you guys later.
Yeah. Go ahead, Alexis.
I've been over here playing with this card. Yes, thank you all again. It's been a wonderful night. Hopefully we'll come back, more often through this. And we'll see you all for the 5,000. I'm gonna say party because that's what Kimmi said.
It's gonna be a party.
It's gonna be a party. 5,000 on Facebook. Be there, be square. And okay, that's enough because if I keep talking, I'm gonna tell too much. Okay, guys.
Stop talking, Kim.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll tell too much. So, on behalf of Notary Life with Kimmi, guys, Notary Educators Training Team, it has been our pleasure. We will see you guys on the flip side. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.